Welcome back, everybody. The tradition of prom began as a way to show off and be seen by others.
That's right, and today the steps parents can take to make sure their teens are safe from dusk till dawn. Joining us now is Ann Scallon with Before the Wheel, a community resource to support safe teen driving, which is very important when it comes to prom, right, Ann?
Yes, definitely. You want, it's such a big event. It's such a joyful event for both the teens and the parents. You know, this is the time they're coming out with all their fancy dresses and tuxes and everything, and so you want to reduce the risk that may ruin that event.
A what to do win list is so innovative, considering that most teens are exposed to a what not to do list. So where did this list come from? What made you think, you know, I'd rather give them options?
Well, I've worked with teens in the classroom situation, and I found that if you draw out situations they've already been exposed to, even before they're driving with other teens, they're driving with adults. So you want to talk to them about what scenarios have happened and what you can do going forward.
I like it because it's very proactive, but it's also going to allow them to be reactive in the moment with good choices, you know, and options. So let's kind of break it down. Here's some situations that you can present to your teen so that he or she can be prepared for with the what to do when. So let's start with a normally safe teen driver is suddenly a different person and playing music loudly and speeding, very excited to show his or her friends what this car can do. If they're in that kind of situation, what do you tell them to do?
Well, that's of course a very difficult situation if they're with a number of teens. So they want to figure out a way to stop the action. So come up with an excuse, you know, I have to run to the bathroom, or I need a cup of coffee.
Before they even get in the car.
Well, sometimes it happens when they're in the car, because we said that this teen was a safe teen.
Right.
So we're basically asking this teen to make a stop. For us.
Right.
In this scenario.
And that, whenever you stop the action, the situation gets under control again. Because you get out of the car, and that's your chance for your teen to talk to that driver and say, listen, this isn't working out, I'm not comfortable with this. And if you've prepared your teen in advance, get them to talk to some of the other teens about how they feel about different situations, so maybe they're not the only one who's bringing it up.
Okay, so diffuse it.
Yeah, so what about now you're in the situation where there are a bunch of teens in a vehicle, let's say like a van or a small bus type vehicle, that are inviting your teenager to join the party, and there aren't enough seat belts, and we're now in this scenario of just cramming everybody in, which we all have probably been in our teenagerhood. How do we teach our teen to deal with this?
So that's one that you definitely want to talk to them about in advance quite a bit, because this situation comes up quite a bit, and it is one of the most dangerous situations. So again, have your teen tell them, or have an excuse, you know what, I forgot I had to get something done. We're staying with our car. And that way you're not getting those 6 to 8 teens in a van or SUV, and that's where the really dangerous accidents happen, is when you've got a group of teens, they're all excited, they should be excited, but remind them, you want to enjoy the evening, the dance, the photos, and everything, and not the driving situation. Just treat the driving like, let's just get there safely.
It's just a way to arrive.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Another scenario, your teen is the driver and teens in the back seat are getting rowdy and loud. How do they handle that?
Well, that's what I like about when your teen's the driver, is because they're in the driver's seat, which means you're in control. And then you're the one who thinks of an excuse to stop the action.
Gotcha.
You know what, I'm going to stop here, we're going to get a cup of coffee, I got to send a text that I had forgotten about, I've got to touch base with so-and-so that I forgot to do. That car is stopped, and then you have a chance to say, you know what, you guys just need to calm down. It's not really working out. You know, I really need to be able to focus. I know this is difficult for teens, and don't expect your teen to do it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
They're in difficult peer pressure situations.
Well, we're out of time, but just very quickly, you mentioned pulling over to send a text, and that's a really important facet of this too, that it's not just drunk driving that we worry about anymore with teenagers, it's also distracted driving. So something else to make sure your teen is aware of. You can also get somebody to pull over for that.
Right, definitely.
It's great. I know you've got wonderful tips, videos, information for parents and teens on your website. It's beforethewheel.com, especially before prom. Make sure that you have those important conversations and what to do when scenarios set up with your teens so they'll be a safe driver. Thanks, Ann.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.